Everyone, we are here with Eric Laplante and Susie Moon. They are the two crazy minds and writer-directors behind a new film called Darla in Space. It's going to be at Slamdance on January 20th. You guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. So can you tell me how what Darla in Space is all about? Can you tell me about the film?
Um, well, it's a movie about a woman named Darla Peterson who, on discovering she owes an incredible tax debt, teams up with a recently sentient kombucha scoby called Mother, who grants orgasms, and that's how they decide they're going to raise this money. Meanwhile, Darla Peterson operates a business out of her mom's garage called Kitty Casket, which when your pet dies, you send the specs to Darla and she'll create a custom creation just for you.
Custom cat casket.
Yes.
That's there is a lot going on there. This is bristling with originality. Um, so let's start off with how did this project come about? It was written by the both of you.
Yeah.
So which one of you suddenly said, you know what we need to do? We need to write about an orgasm granting kombucha.
Yeah. So Darla Peterson is a creation of my wife who stars in the movie, and she had written a sketch called Kitty Casket, which is basically the fake commercial that's at the top of the movie. And I helped her make it. I was behind the scenes talent. And while Susie and I were writing something else, Susie saw that we had posted this kitty casket commercial, and she's like, I want to know what this woman is like when she's not doing a commercial.
It's just wonderful character. I
Yeah.
got so obsessed so fast.
And then, so we started, fleshing out her backstory. Like we started talking about like who's her mom, who's your dad, like, and then at some point, kombucha scobies got involved. I think, Susie, were you making kombucha or was I at the time? I think I was. You were making bread, but we were both like in the mind of like yeast and
Like
things like that.
fermentation.
Fermentation.
Our minds, not sure why.
Yeah.
The magic of fermentation.
Yeah. And I just kind of like saw this SCOBY kind of growing. I was like, this is such a weird object that we drink liquid from. And we were like, well, what if it's intelligent and can talk to somebody?
I think that like I was thinking about this a lot because we get this question a lot. And I think that there was initially this thought of yeast are so damn old, like, and they are part of a lot of aspects of life that we never even think about. They're all over our bodies, in our body. I mean, so like what if they were actually mind controlling us a little bit? You know how like those things infect an insect's mind and like this mushroom grows out of its head after it
Right.
climbs up of a stalk?
Yeah.
And it's, oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty smart, you know? So it's like, what's the best way for the yeast to propagate itself? Maybe orgasms. I'm not sure about that part. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Orgasms got.
I think print the legend on orgasms backstory.
And so you thought, okay, sentient SCOBY, and what can it give people? And
then what does it want? And then all these kind of like normal character things you ask of a human character, you kind of start asking it of a kombucha SCOBY. And we just thought it wants to go to space. It doesn't know why, just wants to get there.
Right.
It's just absolutely, it's, to me, it's so funny how a project develops, because sometimes people start with a notion, and you guys started with a character who builds kitty caskets.
Yeah.
Right.
And went straight over to kombucha. And that's just absolutely brilliant. Let's talk about the cast.
Well, Alex is my wife, and we worked on many projects together. And we kind of, when we were writing this, knowing we had to make a tiny movie, we were like, we know we can rely on Alex. Like Alex is always our touchstone because we can ride her interpretation of this character. Wherever we get in trouble, we know she can like kind of nail Darla. you know, because Darla's in almost every scene, so there's a lot riding on her to like
Yes.
nail it, and we knew that she would. So that so so yeah, so that's how Darla's involved. It's Alex. All the other characters, like Thomas J. Ryan, we know a filmmaker friend of mine, Owner Tuchel, directed him in a movie, and I've DP'd one of Owner's movies a few years ago, so we kind of, you know, I was asking for recommendations, and Thomas J. Ryan came up, and we thought, this guy's, I kind of forgot about him, but he's an amazing actor.
Yes.
And we couldn't believe he said yes, to be honest. He's like, he does so many like cool things. But he joined on, and same thing with Constance Schulman.
Who is I love her.
She's amazing at everything. Yeah. A filmmaker friend of mine is related to her, so I asked if we could reach out, and she I think her initial response was, I don't really understand the script, but I understand the character, so I'll do it.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So, which is, I think a lot of actors probably, I think a lot of actors kind of have that response about things if they're good, you know, if they know that the character speaks to them. But of course, she did amazing in the movie. And then, yeah, a lot of the other actors we got through a casting director. She did kind of filled out the rest of our roles in a great way.
Excellent. And when did you shoot and where?
We started in November, in Newburgh,
New York.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we filmed for like a week. We didn't have the money to shoot the whole movie, so we filmed about a third of the movie, and we knew we had Connie available, but we didn't know if we'd have her available in the spring. So we're like, we should shoot everything we can with her now. So we kind of shot out her character in the fall, and we're able to cut like a little teaser, and then we did a Seed and Spark campaign that yielded us some of the funding to like finish it off in the spring of the next year.
And this is played at a few festivals and garnered a few awards. What has the response been like, and what types of people really connect with it?
I'm surprised by the range of people, actually. I don't know what I was expecting. I was just kind of hoping anybody got it at all, and that any of the comedy landed. But yeah, we've gotten so much appreciation for the movie, which never gets old.
Yeah, I think people they read the log line, but are kind of, and expect like a kind of a insane, crazy style to the movie. Maybe, but like actually the tone is like was purposely done by us to be kind of in a realistic way. And I think people kind of like the groundedness of it, because you kind of buy it's a crazy idea, but treated realistically. So you kind of, there's buy-in from everybody of like, this is a weird world, but I'm going to go with it because it seems real. And then, yeah, the comedy of it, but you know, I think we kind of know where the laughs are going to be, but it's always interesting to see where new laughs are, or a place where there sometimes the laugh with an audience and there isn't. It's always comedy. You kind of know right away if it's playing or not with it, you know,
or if the audience is open to exploring the depth of the humor and finding those laughs.
Right. Yes. We definitely planted a lot of like things in there that you may or may not see. But like we did that in a layered way, so hopefully it kind of seeps into the comedy of the world.
Yeah, the tone of the movie kind of requires a bit of world building, and we didn't have a whole lot of budget, but damn it, we did our best. Yeah, that was fun.
Showbiz. Well, and now you're going to Slamdance. I mean, wow,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah, Slamdance seems like kind of the perfect festival for Darla. It seems like the way they do things is kind of put on a silver platter for Darla, the vibe that they put out. So we're very excited about it.
Like, it's curated in such a way where if you read all of the log lines of all of our movies and even the little short summaries, they all kind of like fit in the world. I don't know. Together. It's not like there's a whole lot of surprising ones. Like, I mean, they're all a bit surprising, but the tones kind of, I think I'll get what the filmmakers are trying to go for. I'm eager to see like as many as I can. We all are.
Yeah, it's Slamdance is definitely one of the cooler festivals. It's
Like a
just
black sheep.
yeah, it's where the cool kids hang out. So so definitely interested to see, everyone's gonna love it. So but congratulations on getting into Slamdance, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me about Darla in Space.
Thanks for having us.
Everyone, again, Darla in Space is going to be at Slamdance on January 20th, but you can also watch it remotely if you tap into the Slamdance Film Festival online. So
and the 24th at Slamdance as well. It'll play
yes, it
a
plays
second time.
twice. Yeah. So again, Darla in Space, Eric and Susie, thank you so much for taking the time, and best of luck on this.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.